We didn't do an intro for her.
Yeah, we did.
Well, like where she didn't go into detail or anything.
Yeah.
Camel, this is your intro.
You took up too much time.
Oh my god.
We ran out of tapes.
I think she loves that you guys come over. She does it at work too. When me and Tyler talk, she's just like barks at us, and as soon as we're quiet, she's like, "Okay, we're good now." It's like she just wants to be a part of it.
You know, you always tell me when you're watching her, you're like, she misses you guys so much. She doesn't even like me. And then I watch you like with her, and you're like, kicking her face.
I'm not kicking her face. I was putting my foot in her mouth.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, that's so much better.
You gonna leave that part in?
It's not being recorded. Oh, it is.
Write this down, audience. Jackson's bad with animals.
I am not.
That's canon.
It's canon.
It's not canon.
It's canon.
That's real life canon.
Jackson loves
Yeah.
animals.
Gonna create like a worksheet that like you had in school when you were watching stuff, and like you had to pay attention to write with little facts about us.
Is Jackson good with animals or not?
I think it's how you'll die eventually.
No, he's gonna die driving.
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
What? Why?
I don't want to grow old. That'd be
Okay.
awful.
You could always grow to be like 40 and then
No, give him more time. At least
30.
65.
listen. I'm also. What?
No, none of that talk.
What?
The die early talk.
I'll be dead by 35.
Oh my god, am I gonna live without you guys?
Yeah.
Who's
Probably.
No.
Yeah, it's gonna be so much
Yeah.
better for you.
It's gonna be you and your mom.
The cockroach herself.
We're all gonna die in the upcoming Civil War.
There we
I
go.
can't wait to fight. I don't really care what side.
You're one of those that's just been waiting for
Ah.
a war. God, I
I want
can't
it.
wait.
I'm gonna do some war stuff.
That sounds ominous.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't
Listen,
talk
we're
about
all
it.
gonna do war stuff, Toby, but you can't leave it vague like that.
I have to for legal reasons. I can't be in prison when the war comes. They won't let me out.
What do you guys think about Chronicles of Narnia?
It's good.
I've seen the movies.
I liked
Did you
the
read the
book.
books?
I did read them. I read several of the books.
I read all the books. I don't think I even
I
saw
bet
the
you loved the
movies.
books.
I didn't see the movies. I
I've
read
only
the
seen the
books.
first movie, and I think I read all the main books for sure.
There's 7.
I think I read up to like 5.
Okay. I think they were really good.
I enjoyed them.
They're fine. I don't know why they have to go into a cabinet. It's weird.
That's a big problem. Yeah.
I just can't get past the cabinet.
I've seen people online talk about it and like, oh, no, I feel betrayed that it's a Christian allegory. It's like,
Yeah, I've seen that with Tolkien.
or like I saw someone say like, this is my favorite book when I was young. I loved it, and then someone told me that it's like a Christian allegory, and I hated it, and I felt so angry, and I just couldn't read it ever again.
Why?
And it's just like, why? Like, why does this make you angry?
It's an it's an allegory to like
my
a
God.
religion. But honestly, most fantasy is an allegory
Also,
to some sort of mythology. Like,
C.S. Lewis was like a very well-known like Christian author.
yeah, if
like,
you
it's-
didn't know C.S. Lewis was a Christian, that's on you.
They're for children, so.
Well, and that's fine, but like
So
I'm
is
just saying,
Christ.
like there's a lot of I like as an example. I don't know if Robert Jordan was Mormon, but I know Brandon Sanderson was. That's finishing the books, and in the series, there's like an instance of 3 wives, and that's a very
I don't think that's related to them being Mormon. He doesn't have 3 wives.
No, Robert Jordan doesn't, but in like the Mormon religion, it is like
They really don't do that anymore.
really.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not like all Mormons, but like certain sects of Mormonism does like 3 wives, right? It's like part of like
Traditionally,
tiny,
yes.
tiny amount.
yeah.
Traditionally,
It's-
yes, but recently it's been updated where
They
not
all
supposed to.
want to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's
It's
true
like
either.
the only benefit, and they got rid of it.
There's,
I
there's
don't know
not
that
enough
that's
women
true.
to go around. Okay.
Not enough people want to fuck Mormons for them to have more than one wife.
I wasn't even saying that. I was just making a point of
That's what I
like
was saying.
the religion
Yeah.
aspect, like maybe mirroring something there, or using part of a religion in a story, like an idea from it to add to a story isn't an uncommon thing. Is I guess what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. That would never happen.
Oh my god.
The oldest work of fantasy being used in other fantasy? What?
Narnia was really fun. I enjoyed it.
Is that where you wanted to lead this conversation? Is just I like that book.
He just wanted to let everyone know that we're a big Christian.
No, because I saw a movie last night called Freud's Last Session, and it's with Sigmund Freud and C.S. Lewis, and they're talking about God and gay women.
Women are pretty gay.
People that know you will understand. People that don't will think you smoke. There you go.
I look like I smoke. That makes sense.
Freud says that lesbianism comes from a relationship with the father,
What?
and his daughter was gay.
That's pretty rough.
Why is that rough?
Yeah.
I mean, it's because he's saying it's from a relationship with the father, and his daughter was gay.
Oh,
What?
like an inappropriate one?
No, that's not
Oh.
what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, he's right. Never mind. Fuck it. Yeah, I'm sure he has a great relationship with his daughter.
Well, he's dead.
Yes, I fucking know! God! Yeah!
Look at this. Jackson has instigated
Oh my
another fight.
god, yeah!
That was Morgan.
What?
No, that was you! And me. I should not yell. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Anyway,
Anyway.
what happened last time, everyone?
Lots of shit.
Let me see my notes.
We're gonna go session by session and re-record the what happened last time.
No.
You're gonna have to tell us.
I have like a whole page of notes here.
Sounds like you're the man for the job, Tim.
Alright, here's the Cliff Notes version. By that, I mean everything I wrote down. I'm now
I
41
wrote some
years
stuff
old.
down,
It's
too.
been 15 years from the last time we met everyone. We meet, we talk for a bit. Man with coffee comes in, turns on TV. News, 56 bodies found in Maryland. The man, who's yet to identify himself, Florida guy, dead, slip on paper, found with all of our names on it. 7 days ago, asking about us. 3 days ago, trooper drives by, fatally found dead woman. 2 days ago, people know about us, news picked us up. The program, as in Delta Green, wants to shape the narrative or kill us. Carrie Houghton was the dead woman. The woman we met many years ago was a social worker. This man gives us a brief. We're forced into a masticate group to look into things.
Masticate.
Masticate, thank you. This man finally, I wrote down, is the Assistant U.S. Attorney Anthony Pizzarelli, and gives us all the info we need. He's got a list of things here that he wants us to do. Shift the blame. Find
need a
out if the
scapegoat.
police... Yeah, shift the blame to a scapegoat. Did the police find anything in 2001? Disappear anything that is strange or supernatural. Follow up on all of the murders, and follow up on the children and obscure their trail. There's supposedly a team from Harvard that are friendlies. A couple of them are friendlies. We have their names. That are currently taking over the investigation, or should I say, the autopsies and exhuming of bodies I didn't put any of the details, but this is all about the Cornucopia House. Once again. And then it's a whole bunch of stuff of what happened next. You want me to stop or keep going?
That's fine.
Okay. So, in public, we are private investigators with the attorney's office. We all have new fake names. I'm Jason Harris. He gives us his phone number, and it tells us that the leads from the State Department and local police gives us their information, and then leaves. We decided to go to the crime scene first. I have a flashback on the way to the crime scene, but then calmed down during said drive by Diane, aka Morraine, aka Sophie. We arrive, get past the press, everyone's very solemn. Only thing here now is just a warehouse. Vasquez, the detective sergeant from the state, was involved originally in the 2001 investigation. Official report was that one worker was on drug-related things, murdered everybody. 3 kids were found, three groups of children were put into different foster cares. Unofficially, Vasquez's partners suspected a larger plot, but did not follow up.
I think they were forced to like close it. Like someone was
Pretty
like,
much.
yeah.
We split up a bit. Go check out the bodies. Body was bounced around apartments, but ended up back here. We split up. Sophie, quotes, and John go do the autopsy. While myself and Matt, Matt, yes, go watch some videos of the incident. It's incredibly brutal murder. Lots of weird things. There was no insects for 17 hours. Very odd.
No insect damage to the body.
No insect damage to the body, thank you, yes. Matt, me, and Vasquez, we go watch the security camera, VHS. It's digitized. We watch the whole thing. Some of it's out of frame. There's a car out of frame. There's 3 people involved that basically dismember and kill this woman. They have some descriptions about them. Most notably, there's a young woman with tattoos and black hair, with a mountain lion tattoo specifically, stares directly at the camera. We both feel some sort of challenge as she holds up 4 teeth to the camera, and then leaves. We suspect it could be the children, possibly. There's other footage then later of a Kim Sun-hoo who arrived previously and left his toolbox. All of his tools were used in the murder.
So that was like 20 hours ago. Kim was
prior to the murder.
Prior to the murder, and his toolbox fell off his truck when he was leaving somehow, and it just laid there for all that time until the murderers came with Carrie Houghton and then killed her with the tools in it.
Yep. Very fishy how it all fell into pieces. There was...
Yeah, and then we'll not say with you, the camera takes like a picture a second, and it's activated by motion. The only other time it took a picture was at one specific time each morning, and the only thing in the frame was an artifact, and using several of these pictures together, you put it together and it looks like a dog's leg at the same time, same second, every single day. You guys find a trail, and follow it away from the rest of the crime scene. There you find a culvert. Inside there's a dog, a very old Rottweiler with the tag Mr. Throb.
I don't like that.
Poor Mr. Throb survived
Um,
exceptional years.
There were bones everywhere of small animals. And using your forensics, you determined that the animals came to the covert under their own power, and they were not dragged there after a successful hunt. Each was torn apart and eaten by the dog while still alive. Very strange behavior. When Mr. Throb came up to Frank Campbell's feet, laid down, sighed, and then died.
Also, we noted that Carrie Houghton had what appeared to be almost like CTE level brain damage without anything indicating how that might be caused, almost showing signs of dementia, and all the bodies of children found also appeared to have similar.
That's what the Harvard doctor said.
The Monique found that, Monique Grace.
Mm-hmm. Working with you guys, as I said before, the state lead on this is Vasquez. She was the detective who was also part of the initial investigation in 2001 of the police that came there and discovered your mess. The official investigation put forward was that it was related to Ryan Inoki's drug habit, and it was a possible hit on them, and they were killed by drug dealers or other people like that. They don't for sure. But that was much more suitable to the state police at that time than dealing with the evidence of child pornography and sexual abuse that was there. So they used that as the cover for that. Also on the crime scene is the county sheriff's department, Michael Costa representing them. You sent him to get some Fuddruckers.
I did write down, Costa appears to be suspicious. He's a little shitty. Said he didn't do anything wrong.
Yep. He is making it very clear that he and the county have done nothing wrong in this thing, and they are blameless, as they don't even really have control over the crime scene, but for like a few hours before the state people took over. So anything that was missed in the previous investigation is not his fault or their fault.
So just to clarify again, we want to make sure they don't tie anything back to us, Delta Green. We don't want to tie Maryland and Florida together at all. They need to be separate. We also don't want to do too many big waves. We don't want them mad at us. We just want to deflect everything, right? That's still the goal. And scramble evidence.
Reframe.
So you can do what you want, but basically what Pitt's really told you, there's 5 different key aspects. One is the blame game. Who is going to take the blame? Because right now there's the governor is involved in this. Everyone is really upset and worried about this because they found near 60 bodies of children buried there, and this was the site of a prior investigation, and no one noticed this either during that investigation or either in the years that this place operated. So someone is going to need to take the fall for this, whether it's the feds, whether it's the state police, whether it's the county sheriffs, or some organization is going to need to be blamed. Everyone is going to try to pass the buck. Just need to make sure that it lands not near Delta Green.
So probably not on the feds.
That'd be great. If it has to be on the feds, it has to be on the feds, but it cannot be on Delta Green.
I'm thinking Costa. Just kidding.
And then second, look into the old investigation, find what the cops in 2001 turn up, and if any of that evidence could be used to link it to you guys or Delta Green or the supernatural today. Because remember, you're not just trying to keep yourselves out of danger, you're trying to keep Delta Green out of danger, and you're trying to keep evidence of supernatural stuff out of danger, out of being uncovered. Third is the Cornucopia excavations, which are the mass graves of the children. You need to make sure that there's nothing strange there that turns up, nothing super weird with the bodies that can't be explained or would cause people to look further into this. You may need to make that evidence disappear. The death of Carrie Houghton, find out why she was killed and what happened. And then the children of Cornucopia House, what became of them, obscure their trail so they can't be questioned. You guys currently are leaving the covert with after seeing the dog, and you guys were going to go after you finished the autopsy, we're going to go take a look at the video of the murder when you noticed a drone flying in the sky overhead.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
I remember that now.
And we will start with you.
And who was our
Right now,
person with
Vasquez
us?
is with you.
Vasquez.
Yes.
Do you know what that is?
She looks up, and it's kind of like positioned in the sun. She's like, "No, I don't."
It looks like a drone.
Yeah. That's not you guys?
No.
Okay. You guys are in charge, so.
Vasquez, if you could...
You're not there.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm at the surgery.
Well,
You're at the culvert with the dog.
Okay. For now, just don't do anything inside of it.
So, yeah, outside, to remind you everyone where everything is, there's a trailer that had Carrie Hatton's body in it. There is a tent over the place where the children's bodies are being taken. Dogs and cops are going through the woods trying to locate more children because they're still finding bodies. They keep finding them.
Jesus.
Yeah, and then there was a kind of tent set up with some television sets, monitors, to look at video footage that you guys were heading to. And the video footage, from at a certain angle, people could see it. If this drone was close to it, it seems to be just flying in the air, looking around.
It's those damn kids.
When you drove in, there was press being blocked by cops and kept at a very far distance.
I'm gonna try and find. So who's the police in charge of right now? Who's our
Currently, the feds are in charge.
Okay.
But you have police. You have state police here, and you have county deputies here, and their county people are doing a lot of the body retrieval. And
I
stuff.
would figure that this is, at this point, I would think this may be the news, but also could be something else. I'm just concerned. I want to go to whoever's kind of in charge.
You're in charge. So you sent off Costa, so he's not here.
Okay.
And then you're with Vasquez, who's the state police detective. So she's sergeant.
I didn't think we were in charge of the investigation.
People have to defer to you.
And we're not technically FBI. We're just help. We're hired by Pete Zarelli.
Pizzarelli, he's not only the Delta Green guy in charge of this operation.
I understand that.
Well, hold on. He's also the public guy in charge of this operation. Yeah. And you guys are his agents here in the office. The feds are in charge. You are in charge.
Basically, I'm asking, if I wanted to go to someone and be we need this drone, we need to figure out what that is.
You can grab anybody and tell them to do that.
Okay, I would like to grab someone and tell them to do that. Whoever's nearby.
Okay. You're with Vasquez. If you don't want her to... If you don't
I
want to
will
tell her,
send... Okay, if Vasquez is someone I can send to do that, Vasquez, I want you to go figure out what this drone is and get it out of the sky.
Okay. Yeah, and she calls some fellow state police over, and she delegates you over to them.
Okay.
And they don't really know what to do, but they kind of start looking around and stuff. See
Shoot
who's
it down.
Controlling it. Shoot it down? Okay, they take out their guns. Fire, fire, fire.
Look at my
You guys leaving the culvert, you hear gunshots.
Oh,
I'm gonna start
and
running towards
I
it.
start running towards it.
You were right there.
You're right
Morgan.
there.
Oh, I've been thinking I was
You and
still...
Tim both don't know.
I've been
where
thinking
you're
I've
at.
been
I'm
with
in
the
the woods.
autopsy still.
No,
This was where
this
we
was
were.
after.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
We got confused. We had to do introductions, and it just really. I thought I was 15 years younger.
Go talk to my wife right now.
Gotta get her to
We're
yell at me to give me a thumbs
deeply
up.
in love. Nothing can go wrong.
Okay, they shoot it down and it comes crashing down.
I'd like to... Is it within walking distance? Can I go over to it?
Yeah.
I want to go over to it and kind of pick through it and see if I can find an SD card or something.
Make a electronics roll or SIGINT roll.
It's 14. Where's electronics?
Probably got nothing in it.
I probably don't, but I don't know what the base is.
It's 0.
Okay, then no, I don't.
You don't have anything in SIGINT.
He's got
No.
14. That's a pretty good roll.
Did you get at least a hard intelligence?
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
That's fine. So yeah, you crack it open and find the SD card.
I just take it out and kind of put it in my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, just dispose of this. If you can, if there's any markings on it, figure out where it's from, but honestly, just get rid of it.
If any media comes complaining, we probably know it was them.
Vasquez says probably, but they probably won't complain because then they get caught.
Yeah. That was my thought, was who's gonna fucking...
Okay, and you guys come back from the culvert hearing those gunshots. Yeah, you see them standing about to head towards the video camera viewing booth, Toby and Tim.
Yep. I noticed that none of the press has left yet, so I calmed down immediately, like, okay.
You can't see the press from where you're at.
Oh, we're on the other side.
They're very far back.
Oh,
Well, they're
okay.
far back from the crime scene.
Oh, okay.
They don't want the press to see any part of the crime scene at all.
Fair.
But none of the people there are freaking out. So.
Yeah, no one's freaking
Yeah,
out.
no.
The rest of the cops and workers are going about their business. So
Yep.
it's like, okay. What happened?
Well,
We heard shots.
I spotted a drone in the sky, and I figured, what would I tell my deputies to do? And so they shot it down, and
You know, John.
You'd have your deputies just shoot down a drone?
What else?
Sure, that
To
was
be
the
fair, we
smartest
can't
thing.
have any of this getting out, can we?
Well,
Jason?
it's going to get out.
Detective Harris or Investigator Harris?
What I'm hoping is I pull like the little SD card out. What I'm hoping is this started recording before it like flew away.
Oh, good catch. Yeah.
And
Did someone go and alert the media what just happened? Give them some kind of story? Because I'm sure they just captured gunshots on some kind of recordings. Maybe we should do something about that.
you see, this is why
That's why you have me.
people in Greenbow, Virginia, wouldn't have questioned gunshots.
Yeah. That's fair.
All these dead children, they just hear.
Another one. One got up. We gotta get him down.
We tried to do a 21 gun salute. It went horribly wrong.
We just started playing the trumpet out.
There was a
wedding
miss.
song.
Oh, I messed up.
An officer was cleaning his gun.
Vasquez, could you get a message out to the press while we're reviewing this recording?
Well, I'll stay with you guys. That's all.
Perhaps there was a rabid dog that had a shoot or something.
I say we just deny. Just deny, deny.
It's possible that they have it on recording, so
That's
I'm not
fine.
sure
It wasn't us.
and
What are they gonna do?
They're gonna ask who it was. and
We don't know.
We were testing ballistics.
I say we.
You
just,
know, we were testing. You know how sometimes in like those forensic like cop shows they'd be like, if the gun is shot this way, the blood spattered this way, makes no sense.
We were shooting the bodies of the dead
No,
children.
we were just shooting to see what would make sense.
Well, we don't.
On fake
so
bodies.
Then we're saying that they were
There
shots.
were
which they
shots
weren't.
inside
That's
the
the thing.
victims.
Yeah, we just
I
don't
think
say
our best
anything.
answer is if they ask us, we don't know. We didn't hear shots.
There's a lot of movement going on.
How far away?
There's a
from
lot
us
of
are
loud
they?
noises.
Listen, we're investigating.
Like they're so far that they can't see you.
Yeah,
But they would have
They'd
heard.
hear.
They would have heard. They
distant
heard
shots.
it.
They probably heard.
Okay,
But-
I'm not too worried. about that.
Vasquez,
Yeah.
maybe you could say like one of the cops in the woods, like a rabid dog, came up and tried to attack him.
Yes.
That's
I
what he said. Yeah,
That's what I said.
I agree with the other
Thank-
investigators.
Yeah, Jackson. Nothing dumb. Toby said.
My opinions aren't respected or listened to.
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, but Vasquez, if you don't mind taking John's idea there to the press, I'll just take a minute. We'll show you what happens
I'll-
after we're done.
It's okay. I'd rather stay with you guys and see what the evidence shows. And then at this point, Michael Costa comes back for some Fuddruckers. Hey, everyone.
Thanks, Costa.
Fuddrucker?
Thank you, Costa. I really
Fuddrucker?
appreciate you going to grab food.
Just a heads up, Costa.
Shoot. He's stuffing some Fuddruckers.
Shoot.
I gave an order to shoot a drone out of the sky.
Oh, yeah, I heard it on my way up.
Yeah. I think what is our plan? Just to
Rabid dog.
Just to say a rabid dog.
Rabid dog.
Came in an officer. Who actually fired the weapon?
It was one of the state.
A couple of the state police. Yeah, I did.
How you guys all comfortable with the paperwork that comes with firing your weapon?
Am I comfortable? You told us to.
Right.
It's a little late.
I'm saying, like, you can fill out that paperwork and say that a dog attacked you.
Do I have to?
Listen.
Well, if that's our story, they have to put it on the paperwork.
Vasquez says, why not just say that we shut down the drone? Is that really a concern?
I didn't think we should.
Well, it's up to you, but she sees nothing wrong with saying it.
Maybe
I would just deny it. I don't know why we don't just deny that anything happened. They're not, like, they might be like, oh, that's weird.
Well, the
But guess what? The whole fucking thing is weird. Oh, they're going to be more upset about that than the fucking 100 children we found in the ground?
They don't know.
They're not going to care about the pops they heard. It's going to get drowned out and everything.
There was some gunpowder in the ground when we were digging up the bodies.
Fucking
fired some bullets.
Listen,
If they come asking,
you just use people's attention span against them. They are not. They can't focus on 100 dead children and gunshots that came out of nowhere, especially if there's just no good explanation and also no good conspiracy. Like,
if somebody asks. But until then,
Yeah.
who cares?
if they come to us about it, we'll say like, "Oh, we heard them as well. We don't know where they came from."
Ask the state police.
Costa's like, well, why not just say you shot it?
We got enough to focus on right now in Costa. Tell me,
That would make us look like we're trying to hide something.
That we
Even
shot
though
it down?
we are trying to hide something.
What are you trying to hide?
We're not. Do you want the media in here?
No, I don't want the media.
Then, yeah, we're trying to hide what we're doing.
They both look at you very confused.
Okay,
We're not trying
do
to
you
hide
want
it.
the media here?
No, she said.
Then what are you confused about?
You said we need to hide
I feel like
something.
we could just
From the media.
But-
What?
Hold on,
Not hide
hold-
from the media. Oh my god. No.
We are talking amongst law enforcement agencies? Like, what we realistically want to do is prevent the media from getting in here and seeing what we're doing.
That's better.
Well, yeah.
So that means hide, right?
No.
Hold on.
Fucking Christ.
Can I say something?
Yes.
How about we let them know? Because I think it's possible this was a drone by the media. And we could literally just tell them, we found an unregulated, a drone likely associated with a media source. It's been shot down.
Okay.
If we find another one, like we will have to push you further back. Like this is a closed.
Right, and Vasquez, like, yeah, it could be used as a justification to keep the media even further back because they're intruding.
We don't have to tell them who we think it is. We just have to tell them we found a drone associated with what we believe is media trying to investigate this case. This case is an active investigation, and this is a closed crime scene. And pursuing this further, if we catch anyone doing this again, there will be worse consequences. But for now, we're going to have to ask that you leave this premises and go further back, because we cannot trust that you guys are going to trust the crime scene. Can you handle that, Costa?
Oh, yeah. I got it. I'll tell them. Shot the drone down. If you send another drone, we'll shoot it down. Send another drone, we'll shoot it down.
And maybe have them move further back.
Yeah, we'll have them move further back.
Thank you, Costa. Your support is unwavering.
He walks off to go tell the media.
Vasquez, how competent have you found the county sheriffs to be?
I mean, they're fine. They haven't really done anything bad.
Okay, that's great. Costa seems like a decent fellow. I was just curious.
I don't know him very well, but I don't have any real complaints.
Okay, no worries there. Let's get on with it then.
Yeah. She leads you on to the viewing tent. And she shows you the stuff that was described last time in the video. Make a sanity roll, both of you.
I fail.
I pass.
Lose d6 if you fail. Lose 1 if you succeed.
I lose 5. Ooh, boy.
Yeah, and you start having an episode. Seeing these people kill Carrie Houghton like that. And you feel the same thing that Frank Campbell felt when you watch this. You feel the thrill of the hunt, of the capture, of the predator making a kill and preparing to feed. You see the 3 assailants. One assailant was a white woman with shoulder-length black hair and a lip ring. One is a rail-thin white man with a mouth tattoo on his right forearm. The mouth is veined with blackness inside. And the third assailant looks like a white man or Hispanic man, with the left hand showing what looks like the angry scar of a deep cut still healing. The white woman had a tattoo of a mountain lion on her neck. When she holds the teeth up to the camera, you feel a kinship of predator to predator and a challenge for dominance, like 2 rival lions. And you lose another sanity point from that. Not you, Morgan.
I don't feel a sense of rivalry.
No, because you succeeded on your sanity. He didn't. And yeah, you can see all that happen. She shows you the footage of the maintenance guy and his tools falling off the back of the truck, and then just waiting there for 20 hours until they came and brought Carrie Houghton with... they brought her here in a car, it seems, because there were headlights. She was in her pajamas and stuff, so she was clearly
Dragged out of bed.
Clearly taken from somewhere and brought here, and then the murder weapons were just accidentally here. Yeah, and so after viewing all that, she looks to you. And what do you guys think?
That is truly horrific. What happened to that woman?
We'll find them.
Have you checked like tattoo databases maybe? And maybe checked with...
Tattoo databases?
Oh, there's probably not that now, huh?
There might be.
Have you checked into criminals that have been in juvenile detention or prisons that, they had to write out what tattoos they had? Checked those records for that mountain lion tattoo?
We could try to have some people look into that. Yeah. I could have some stadies look into that if that's what you want.
Yeah, maybe. Let's look into that.
Okay.
Is Costa still there?
Costa is not back yet.
Okay, and so it's just us and Vasquez.
Yes.
But
just to be clear, you are asking Vasquez to look into these people.
No, this might be the kids, so I don't really want to tie them back. I don't want the kids to be connected. No, I'll just ask her. I was like, do you know of any gangs around? Have you heard anything about like young people doing horrific acts? Like maybe not this big before, but other violent acts against someone like this?
No, nothing like this.
the thing is, if those kids, because I think we all suspect that those are the kids from.
I mean,
the
yeah.
asylum, or from the
Most likely. Or
like
related.
not saying
it
this
matches up. Yeah.
Not saying this out loud, but Agent Clove did tell me, she's like, you know what to do with these kids. Like, there's something wrong with them.
Which, when we went to see them, there was very clearly, like, they weren't all there.
Maybe this is their way of like seeking revenge, and
Right.
getting the social worker coming for us.
Probably coming.
Some-
For sure coming for us. I mean, yeah, they're coming for us. The 4 teeth thing is pretty on the nose.
I mean, did they want? But I wonder why they'd want to. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. But,
Maybe have this discussion in character later.
Sorry.
okay.
Right now you're with Vasquez, so what do you want to tell her or ask her?
I'm shocked by seeing the video. I'm sorry, Vasquez. I'm still trying to process it. That was something. It was difficult to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Vasquez, maybe you could catch our partners up on the original investigation you were telling us about.
I can get you the official file, but basically, I worked it with two older police, Keith Baswell and Bob Dale. It was determined Ryan Innocenty, he was one of the workers, and his drug priors and the presence of drugs in the house suggests that the disappearance or murder of the adults was a drug-related crime, likely stemming from a feud that Ryan may have had. The whole thing was kind of set up with Ryan was manipulating coworkers into excusing or joining his illegal activities, and they were kind of taking advantage of the senile old lady that lived here, Yelena, and then somehow the adults were killed and then children were spared, but we weren't able to really question them. And yeah, we did find evidence of some bullets and walls, some small drops of blood, but not a whole lot of blood, honestly, which makes it seem like it was cleaned up. There was a good smell of bleach in the air when we arrived.
Did you guys ever consider it was the kids?
What?
What if the kids were the ones who heard those?
The kids were like 2 to 12 years old, and the bodies weren't there, and it was cold.
You're right.
Unlikely.
Yeah.
I was just considering if they
one
were
of the
abused.
cars was missing from one of the employees.
And I'm assuming you said the kids didn't say
It
anything?
was Ryan's car, so the kids didn't say anything. But Boswell and Dale, they weren't satisfied with the drug war narrative, and there seemed to be evidence of abuse here, and maybe even further things. They found these tapes, had very awful things in them, but that was kind of pushed aside because it seems simpler to just pin it all on the drug angle.
Baswell and Dale, are they still on the force here?
No, they're dead. They passed away.
Oh.
How long ago?
Baswell died in an RV accident in 2009, and Dale died in 2012 of a heart attack.
It's awful.
Well, that gives us at least some background and maybe some explanation of where some of these children were coming from. All right. Well, let's start on the next thread then. Once we have the copy of that document, we can follow up, see where some of those children ended up in foster care.
We don't have that information. You'll need to, go to the Department of Human Services.
Sure.
In Baltimore.
Okay.
Have you reached out to Carrie Houghton's employer?
No, I haven't. This is just days old. Everything just happened.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We can do that. We can take care of reaching out to her.
I don't know that I don't see a connection necessarily between what happened to her and her employer, but leave no rock unturned.
Right. Just to be clear on everything, they found Carrie 3 days ago.
Yeah.
So this is everything is very recent. Not a lot has been done.
I've just been going to Fuddy Ruckies every day, wheeling it up. One day I will again go to Fuddruckers.
Are there any left?
Yeah.
Trying to think. So we all watched the tape. I helped with the body.
You haven't looked at the kids yet.
I'd like to go look at the kids.
That'll take a bit. Carrie Houghton came from somewhere, so probably from her apartment.
Her apartment.
Yep.
You have the Department of Human Services, where you can look at stuff there.
Department of what, you said?
Human Services.
To look into the kids.
Yeah, and Vasquez, since you were still there was obviously no indication or deeper look into anything here on the property when you were back in 2001. Was it the state that wanted to sweep it under the rug, or
I don't think anyone.
local county?
I don't think anyone wanted to sweep it under the rug. The county, they only had it for like a day or so, and then the state got involved. But I don't think any of us were trying to sweep it under the rug.
Right, but you said your old partners wanted to look into the other portions that were found on the property.
Well, yeah.
So who was the one that kind of spun that story that, there wasn't anything extra, there wasn't anything about the abuse or the porn ring or anything like that?
Well, I don't think anyone really spun it. I think it was just kind of the conclusion that we came to. I don't think there was anything malicious there.
You thought the child porn wasn't malicious?
Is that what I fucking said?
Yeah. Actually, that is what you just said.
That's not what I fucking said. How fucking dare you? What the fuck? She's just glaring at you.
We all just saw something truly horrific. You know that she doesn't think that child porn is insignificant.
Michael Costa comes back. What's going on?
Carrie, okay?
I walk out.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
I just walk past him.
Vasquez, I apologize for Carrie's words. They were uncalled for and just...
Carrie?
You're John Kerry.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I forgot my name.
The only thing I can say is he watched that video and is probably a little shaken up. It's not an excuse for his behavior, and I'll talk to him, okay?
Make it persuadable. Make a charisma roll, actually.
That is a hard.
Okay, I understand it's a tense situation, but you can't be fucking throwing shit around like that.
I agree with you, Vasquez. Absolutely. We're all on the same team here. We just...
Yes.
And we're just here to do everything we can. I apologize for his behavior.
And Costa, where are you walking to?
Just outside. I actually have a pack of cigarettes I've brought with me on the pull one out to start smoking.
You smoke?
I do not.
You want the fire?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
I get nervous when I go to get the lighter, but I do want to smoke.
Okay.
People who are afraid of flames aren't necessarily just afraid of lighters.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Just bring it real close to your face, the flame.
Yeah.
You can light
Yeah,
it away from
absolutely.
you.
Some people
You
would
have
have a fear of like a house being on fire.
You have one of those...
Probably could light a match.
You have one of those that just heats up. It's not a flame. Like a...
A little electric one.
Yeah.
It's 2016. Those are definitely...
I have an e-cigarette. Sorry, does that make it easier?
No.
No, those are dangerous.
Technically, there's heat inside the e-cigarette, which is flame.
So, Costa.
Costa left.
Oh, he also left. Okay.
Yeah. You're with Vasquez, so she's like, okay, what's the plan?
Well, let's go get a copy of that initial investigation. After that, we're gonna reach out to the State Department and start looking down where those kids ended up.
I'd like to connect back with Monique, Dr. Grace, to go over her findings with the children's bodies.
Sure, I can go with you for that.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yep. She's gonna go with. Are you also gonna go look at the bodies of the children?
Or do you want to follow up with maybe the Department of something to look into the kids?
Yeah, I can start
without
making
her being
phone
there.
calls. I'd probably have to go there.
Yeah, it'd be in person because you have to go through records.
You could probably
Okay,
take
then
John
yeah.
Kerry.
Well, we're all here on site. We might as well see everything that we
Okay.
can.
Yeah.
I can't lean back.
You can.
So yeah, you guys, the three of you, I assume, are going to the tent with the children.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So stepping away, Adam, you're lighting a cigarette. Costa comes up behind you, like, got another one?
Yeah.
Fucked up case, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So I was looking into this, seeing what I could find.
What'd you dig up?
Oh, well, the state police officer, Vivian Sawyer, she's the one that drove up here. I asked her why she did. She said that she got a call from a county sheriff in Florida. Apparently he was asking about any past criminal activity in the area and wanted to know about a list of names.
Oh, shit.
What list of names?
I managed to pull one of the names from the trooper. And you know what? I just, on a lark, Googled it. And he takes out his phone and he shows this news article from several years ago about this scoutmaster that rescued these kids from a cave-in and stuff. And it lists your name on there, Jake Blevins. And he like shows it to you. Make a Sandy roll.
That's a 4, yeah.
I lose 0.
Keeping cool.
He just looks at you.
Fake it. That's not me.
Tom.
Yeah, now's the time to deny. Jesus.
Shoot him, and then
I have an evil twin that saves children from cave.
What do you want?
What do you think, John? John Kerry?
Now, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm in here on official designation. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to be?
I?
You too.
Okay.
You can call my contacts. You can ask about John Kerry. I am John Kerry.
He doesn't look familiar. These burns.
Oh shit! Yeah, of course. There's no way he could deny
Listen,
it.
I want to make something abundantly clear. When you call, you're going to be checking in to some people who sent me here, who gave me this mission as John Kerry. So call.
I will. What?
what's their number?
Yeah, what? Do you have a number? I can reach them at.
I write down my
911.
I write down the contact he gave us, basically, if people were asking about us.
Pizzarelli?
Yeah, like he gave it. When we were there, he gave us
his
a
office
yeah,
number.
like his office number
Yeah.
in case people were asking about us. Listen,
I just have some simple asks. That's it. I don't think anyone else needs to really see this.
I would agree, but
First I want to see the adoption records for this Cornucopia House. I don't have access to that at the county level.
And why do you need to see that?
Because I want to see what caused this. I want to see who's behind this. One, that's of course the most important thing to me. Second, I want to make sure this does not fall on the county's lap as far as who takes the blame. I think the Stadies, I think Vasquez has a much better case for someone to pin the tail on the donkey.
Oh, I was right when I said Costa was suspicious.
I would agree with that. Fucking calm down.
All I'm saying, the county. Of course, if we had done something wrong, we would be trying to say we didn't. But in this case, we really didn't do anything wrong.
I'm sure you didn't.
We didn't have any control over this crime scene, either 15 years ago or today. It's the Stadies. And that's all I want to say.
Right.
That's what I want to make clear to your boss and to you. I don't know why you're doing this.
My recommendation to you, as you didn't see my interaction in there with Vasquez, but you're going to see that she's not going to like me moving forward.
Well, that's good.
Listen, don't call anyone. You're going to make yourself a target if you do that. The mission here is to figure out what happened and to lay the blame at someone's feet.
Agreed.
Agreed?
Agreed. Not the county's feet. Stadies.
Okay. Keep that to yourself, and the blame lands where the blame lands.
He held that at his hand to shake your hand.
I reach out and I shake his hand.
Yep, shake his hand. Let's get back to it.
Mm-hmm.
And he sees the rest of them walking towards the big area, tent area.
And I'm gonna step away and call Pizarro.
Oh fuck!
Oh shit! Oh thank God! Oh fuck! He didn't call my bluff. Oh come on, please!
Pizzarelli here.
Oh, it's Jake.
Jake?
I mean, it's John.
Yeah, John Kerry.
Yeah, John Kerry.
What's going on, John?
You know Costa down here with the county.
Oh, sure, okay. Is he
Uh,
the county guy?
so you know, a couple years back that cave incident I helped out with.
If you say so.
With Delta Green.
I don't know off the top of my head.
Okay, you don't know. Okay, well, you can look into it.
Okay.
It was with Delta.
It wasn't.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
No.
You did tell him about it.
Yeah, I told him about it. Okay, sorry. I was confused. I was combining that and my first experience after. Sorry.
Yeah.
I guess that made its way into a newspaper, and Costa has that newspaper.
Nice.
Okay, what are you saying?
I told
Oh, is it
him
water? Oh.
essentially to keep this quiet, and the blame would fall where the blame would fall. He wants to use. It seemed like he wanted to use this to keep the blame from falling at the county's feet. Now, it seems like he's been persuaded to be quiet about this because I made him think we were going to blame the state police, or at least not the county. But how would you like me to proceed with this?
How have things been going with the investigation? Does it look like the Stadies are... Could we make a case there?
For sure. I mean, honestly, it seems like at this point there's a case that could be made that everyone's at fault. But, yes, absolutely, the Stadies.
It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to have...
Vasquez seems like a good cop.
No, she doesn't!
She's fine.
I like her. And I don't know why. It was just because we're both two girls still working in.
And I'm working in a man's world.
I'm just kidding. Mostly.
It might be good if we have one of the law enforcement agencies back in whatever our story's going to be.
I figured if it works, it works. There's no reason to kick the hornet's nest.
I agree. I would say there's no reason to antagonize him yet, or to end it. We'll just see how the rest of this plays out. And we now have a card. If the county is willing to go along with it, that looks better.
Understood. That was kind of my
Inject him into the program.
We need him.
Send him on a mission.
I hate him.
I mean, I don't like him either, but I already made an enemy out of Vasquez, so if I have to burn her.
We're going to destroy her life.
Sorry,
We are!
Dude,
We like it.
Because one corrupt asshole.
I was
It's the
already making
easiest thing
plays
to do.
that. I was just doing it more subtly.
do we,
To go after Vasquez?
Because it's not Vasquez's fault, but back in 2001, the other two state troopers, they did their investigation and they had evidence to keep looking into things, but didn't.
And she's covering for them.
So we could make that argument to the press or whatever.
They're also dead.
They're also dead, so they can't talk
Yeah.
back.
Exactly.
So it doesn't
And-
even blow back entirely
kill
on
Costa
her.
eventually.
It's just two dead guys.
Yeah.
Out of character.
You're what?
Nothing.
Do I have any more haunted money that I can just give him? I can pay him off, and then he'll just be depressed and he won't want to have us.
Well, you're not that person.
Yeah, the haunted money got burned up after his day at Chili's.
No, that was another me in disguise. All of these characters are
Every
just me in
character you
disguise.
played, including Tim's wife.
and Adam's children.
Father!
That's right.
Alright, we'll wait for Adam.
Will we? Is he getting more soju?
Do you want that?
No, I bought 2.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
They are convenient, are they not?
Oh, he was getting more soju.
I was.
okay, you catch back up, Adam. You and Costa catches back up with the rest of you guys. It's like, he'll be a minute, he's just smoking.
Oh,
Bit scared.
Smoke.
You guys get to the area. It's a huge white tent. You guys got to put on like gloves and a suit and stuff to go in. And as you guys are doing that, Jake comes back up looking kind of worried and stressed.
You okay, John?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you.
Costa, are you okay?
Oh yeah, I had some Fuddruckers,
It was good Fuddruckers.
some Fudd burgers.
Doesn't stack up to old pizza back home though. Just saying.
The
Wait.
pizza back home.
Wait.
Oh. Yeah, from
In
New
Texas,
York.
wherever
St.
you're from, I don't
Louis
know.
style pizza.
New York pizza.
You really don't. You're not even
It's
from
like
anywhere.
fucking like California.
You live on the road.
Why are you bringing up pizza to all this Fuddruckers like burgers?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Not to mention Chicago.
In St. Louis,
That's the true
Fuddruckers is a
Chicago
pizza
person.
restaurant.
He's
No,
just
us-
playing his
These
character.
burgers got nothing on deep dish pizza.
You know,
Not that I'm from Chicago.
You know, in Chicago, we put the sauce on top of the burger.
Alright, I haven't been to a Fuddruckers, but okay.
It is a burger restaurant.
There we go.
You guys all get your suits on.
Yeah.
Suits on.
Suit up.
Suit up, boys.
Idiots.
I said New York though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
New
yeah.
York.
Vasquez asks Costa how he's doing and if he's holding up okay, and he's like, "Oh yeah, just great."
Better than you.
Little too chippy for my cut. But anyway, let's get in there.
Kind of a bit gay.
Just a bit.
So they've identified about 56 corpses so far. You guys get taken inside, and there's all these different corpses on
Like tables.
tables and stuff. Vasquez talks about it and says like no care was taken in the disposal of the bodies. They were placed in large trash bags or tossed into open graves, still clothed. Skeletonized remains have been found. Dating time of death from the bones is notoriously difficult. Other factors at the grave site suggest some were buried as long ago as the late 60s. The Harvard team is in here. They're the only ones in here now. The Harvard team, Costa, and Vasquez. And you guys. The Harvard team, there's 3 doctors, and then there's like 9 grad students who are part of this. Let's see here. Monique Grace comes over, starts to talk to you, Morgan, specifically because you did the autopsy with her. She explains that there were also dog bones that were found. More numbers are coming in. Canine units have been struggling after more than a few hours, either becoming crazed from the number of hits or falling into a sort of stupor, resisting commands. Radar has been more reliable than the dogs, but the tree roots, old plumbing, and other obstructions obscure results.
How many have they found so far?
56. Due to the sheer abundance, they haven't been able to use heavy equipment to speed up the process.
Have you...
They say that when an excavation reveals the remains, forensic technicians finish the dig with precise tools and document the ground with a grid and photographs. And she points over to a computer that they've been uploading the photographs to.
Okay.
What has been released to the press so far?
56 bodies have
56.
been found of children here.
You said there's an issue with the roots. There's just a lot of them.
Yeah,
Is
there's a lot of roots that are obscure, making digging difficult and stuff.
Is there an abundance of trees around here?
Yeah, there's a forest.
Okay.
I mean, their bodies were placed everywhere.
Yeah.
There are also some dairy cow bodies that were buried.
So multiple types of animal bodies. It sounds like
Dogs,
dogs, cows.
dogs and cows.
Or the 2.
The 2. Yeah. I guess this Vasquez says that this used to be like a dairy farm at one point before it became a children's orphanage, and then now the site of a prison. And Vasquez says it's entirely possible more corpses could be buried under the concrete slab. Demolition and removal can't begin until the other remains have been cataloged. Full processing of the scene will take months.
Have you noticed any consistencies between the bodies? It seems like if earliest was found in the 60s, maybe were multiple people at work here, not just...
Yeah, Monique looks at you and then looks at Costa and Vasquez and then looks back at you as if you want me to keep talking about this?
Do you mind if I just look at this for a second before I ask questions? I just need to...
Who are you talking to?
To Monique. I was like, actually, wait a second. Let me look at all the information you're giving me for a little bit first. Okay. Doctor, thank you so much.
She brings you over to some of the skeletons and stuff. You can make a forensics, criminology, or surgery roll.
Ooh, that's going to be a fail.
Or if you have a 50%, you succeed.
I rolled a 98.
Do you have a 50% in your
skill? Oh, and yeah, I do. I have a 50% in forensics.
Okay. With that, dozens of the skeletons were killed. Dozens of the skeletons.
Some are still alive.
Dozens of them were killed.
Died again!
These skeletons were killed.
Yep, that's all you get.
By the usual suspects of childhood abuse and neglect, malnutrition, starvation, throttling, blunt trauma, stabbing, shooting, sexual violation. The bones tell stories of every sadistic thing a depraved adult can do to a small victim. 11 of the bodies are very well preserved.
11.
Mm-hmm.
They're like bog people? Bog mummies?
No embalming took place, yet certain children appear mummified, retaining skin and desiccated organs long after the flesh should have rotted away. Nothing in the geological survey of the graves indicates how the bodies escaped the ravages of time. Many have been found in wet pits that should have long ago liquefied all flesh. Seeing the chalk-eyed, shrunken, rictus smile of small corpses, make a sanity roll.
Is it just me?
Oh.
Yeah.
Everyone who is there.
What if I say I'm not there?
I rolled a 1.
I fail.
Fail is 1.
15. Is there anything else to learn from the forensics roll if we're all there looking?
Not on that, but I'll have you make more forensics rolls.
Sure.
Do you want to cut into the mummified ones?
Am I allowed?
Yes.
Were they all found in the same area?
No.
Then yes, absolutely I will.
So at this point, Costa and Vasquez are both still with you guys.
I hate to ask this, but I have to. I know these bodies have been long dead, but there is a point of respect when cutting into a body that it is just my personal ethics that I don't allow them to be observed. I hope you understand. I will share my findings with you as soon as I'm done with this full autopsy, but I am going to ask you to leave.
Oh. Okay. Are they staying?
The doctor's staying with me, Dr. Grace.
Well, he points at your fellow Delta Green agents.
We'll be...
we'll leave.
They'll be leaving too.
Okay.
The doctor knows best here. And I would trust Sophie here with as much experience as any other Harvard grad. So I'll trust her report.
Okay. All right. I'll head out. And Costa heads out too. And
he puts his arm around, pats him on the back. Hey there, brother.
the three of you leave.
Yeah, I leave.
Yeah.
Okay. As you leave, Adam, as you're walking by the mummified remains, you smell something. It's something you smelled on that case years ago where there was this guy with the weird pupils and he was like killing children and stuff. Yeah. And you also smelled it in the cave when you fought the Krampus-looking guy.
What is the spirit of Christmas?
It's just it just assaults your nostrils and it makes you want to eat and hunt.
This is what's happening to the dogs. You're a dog.
Man, are pigs.
Do you leave?
I do leave.
Okay. The three of you leave with Vasquez and Costa. Costa's like, I wonder why we had to leave. That's kind of weird, huh?
It's just a process.
She
Nothing
works
weird about
better
it.
when she's focused.
Yeah. What was her name again?
Sophie.
Sophie what?
it's,
No, you can't answer.
I know, but
I didn't actually write down everyone's last name.
Oh, I got it.
I just wrote down everyone's first. For their...
Sophie Smith.
Sophie Smith. Gotcha.
I glare at him.
He smiles at you.
God, I hate him.
He says, Vasquez, you holding up all right? I'm just like, yeah, fine. Good. Yeah, back to you, Morgan, cutting inside the body. You like skin it real quick. You do a skinning.
I'm real good at it.
You do the Red Dead
You do,
Redemption.
Yeah,
you do a skinning animation on the body. You get it done in 15 seconds.
Monique is like horrified. She's like, oh my god. I was like, they didn't call me to Delta Green for no reason.
Smells even worse on the inside.
You put it on like make a joke about something. You do like a Hannibal Lecter joke.
I like cut off the face and I put it on my face and being like, ah!
Yeah, that's exactly the Hannibal
That
Lecter
is exactly
joke.
what Hannibal Lecter
Yeah,
does.
that's what I thought.
He sits up in an ambulance and goes,
Does he really? Did I guess that right?
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
You
man.
did it.
That's a great movie.
It is a great movie. Morgan claims she's seen it, but doesn't
No,
remember.
she said she hasn't seen
Yeah,
it.
she said both.
What?
I don't. Yeah.
Well, it's one of
Recently,
them.
you said you didn't see it, and then like 2 weeks ago, I was like, "Do you want to watch it?" And you were like, "I've seen it."
She's also said before she's seen Fury Road. And
Yeah.
then last time she said she hasn't.
I don't remember.
We're transitioning this,
How do you not
this
remember?
session into just
I don't remember.
shit on
How do you
Morgan
remember one
session.
film?
With the Silence of the Lambs thing, I genuinely think she just didn't want to watch Silence of the Lambs.
It's a great movie.
So she just fucking lied.
It's
Just
so
like, you
fucking
know
good.
what? I've seen it.
I don't think that's true.
Have
This
you
is how we
seen it?
transition
I
to
don't-
watching Fury.
Ah.
Road.
Isn't Silence of the Lambs, there's a lady in there that
There's
chops
a
up a
sheep.
guy a little bit
No.
with his feet?
Nope.
Or is that Clarence or Clarice or
Clarence?
No. There's no feet thing.
someone chops off someone's foot?
That is Stephen King. That's Misery.
Oh.
Is she thinking of that?
Yeah.
That's the only thing I know where
Because the
someone
foot doesn't
chops.
come off.
Well, in the book, she
But
chops
she's thinking of
off.
a movie.
Well, I don't know.
Anyways, I'm chopping off these kids'
I
feet.
think she's thinking of Fargo. The wood chipper.
There's no feet in Fargo.
He's like stuffing the foot into the
I
wood chipper.
guess, but
Morgan, looking at these bodies, what that body do? Die.
Those skeletons died.
You guys were laughing at because I just stopped at that's all you get. They died. I was laughing at the fact that it was like it wasn't these people died. It was the skeletons
Skeletons
died. Like
So
it's a
the bodies
fantasy
came
creature.
back.
these
Skeletons
monsters
came back to life and then were killed.
I was gonna say, I think it is pretty normal for a doctor to be like, hey, out of respect for the deceased, leave while I do an autopsy.
The earliest preserved body died sometime in the mid-1990s. A while ago, the body should have rotten to bones. Performing the autopsy, make a science roll. Do you have science? Or surgery?
I have surgery.
Surgery.
No, I rolled a 96.
Okay, never mind. You don't get that information.
surgery tastes like sweet tarts.
Go ahead and roll for the Harvard doctor with you.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna start rolling with this because I don't like it clacking. She rolled a 79.
Doesn't her over 50 count?
Yeah.
Because she's just been trained.
I guess if she's over 50, yeah. The tissues, the leathery tissues of the body are inexplicably sterile. No microbiological cultures of any kind can be found on the dead cells. No bacteria, no mold, no decomposer of any kind. Monique even has some cultures of microbiological stuff, and she like gives it to you if you wanted to like put it on the tissue.
Yeah.
You put it on the tissue and it just dies. The microbiological
Do you have any
culture.
idea what could cause this?
It dies on contact. No idea. And
I
make
mean,
make a sanity roll for that.
35, I'm fine.
Lose 0, good. Then you have medicine at 50% or better, or surgery.
I have surgery at 50% or better.
With the deaths, in each preserved body, the cause of death appears to be an extreme case of Alzheimer's, or some similarly advanced stage of decay, cognitive decay. The brain, though dry and difficult to examine, exhibits signs of widespread glial scarring, reminiscent of CTE, but the skulls contain no hairline fractures or other signs of trauma. Furthermore, the scale of this damage is beyond anything that Monique has ever seen. It went deep enough to affect autonomic processes such as eating, swallowing, and breathing. The children died because something made them forget how to live. Make a sanity roll.
30. Pass.
Nice. She's a bit worried about the bodies. Monique says, what's the plan with these ones?
I don't think we can let...
So far I've just been telling the grad students there's some bullshit about the properties of local clay deposits, but no one else has seen this except for my team. And of course the people that found the bodies, they saw it,
But again, they're digging up a lot of bodies. It's probably easy to forget one or two, especially if we give them some bullshit about, like you said, clay deposits or...
maybe it might be best to remove these to
I agree.
a specialist facility.
I agree. We can send them out to the feds, have a specialist...
You guys can get rid of them?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. There's something else, though. And she, drags you over to a corner of the room. Some grad students working on some vials here. She says, 4 graves contain nothing except a foul black jelly. Not even bones remain. Soil dating estimates their grave sites to be the most recent. This sludge, or we've been calling it stew, has alarming properties. Its viscosity and surface tension kept the contents from leaking out of the trash bags the bodies were buried in. The thick gelatin takes the shape of its container. Disturbingly, she shows you some vials of the substance.
Does it reach out to me?
No. Well, she takes off her glove and puts her kind of bare skin near it. And as she does, and as it gets closer, it ripples and bubbles. But then she puts her gloved hand near it, and then it does not.
So when it's close to a warm body...
Yeah, it's almost like a ferrofluid in the presence of a magnet. There's no reaction to tools or any non-living substance.
Has anyone touched this?
My grad students have looked at it and stuff.
But has anyone touched it with their bare finger?
No one has.
Good.
But yeah, you're looking at this, Morgan. Make a sanity roll.
You want
This smells familiar to
Do
you.
I want to lick it up?
Make a sanity roll.
I passed 22.
There's just one. This smells very familiar to you. It smells like tea or milk.
Salt burn, slurping noises in the sewer.
The smell of milk that you have thought of many times.
I'm like...
You drool a little bit like Camel.
Camel doesn't drool.
I literally thought, I was like, okay, Morgan, summon up, start drooling.
Drool for the microphone.
Drool for the microphone. No, I think this is something we have to send off as well.
Yeah. With the she explains that this stew, it can't definitively be said to have ever belonged to human cell structure at all. The cause of the stew is anyone's guess. And then she takes out a microbiological culture, and she puts it in there, and it dies on contact. I'm sorry, never mind. Ignore that. It died on contact with the preserved bodies. But when put inside the stew, she puts in a worm. It seems to grow bigger and stronger looking. and she says, we've done that with a couple rats, and the rats look very healthy and strong. And then she shows some other rats that, however, the rat begins to mutate, and we detect tumors in it. One of these rats was missing an eye, and the eye grew back.
Huh.
And it had a tumor. Later on, without exception,
All your shots.
Without
exception, animals that were fed the stew die hideously. And what's more, they all have the glial scarring on their brain of the Alzheimer's, the early Alzheimer's.
Interesting.
How long did
I
it?
need to get a CAT scan.
How long did it take for them to die?
For the rats and stuff, the small creatures, I mean, they just died today. The ones that were exposed a few days ago.
Mm.
It's been a couple of years.
How long do you think it
I
would
would
take?
guess we've seen it kind of depended on the type of animal and stuff and how much they ingested. But yeah, make a Sandy roll. What, Morgan?
I said I ingested.
Yeah, you ingested
a
more
lot.
than I did. You were sucking on that tea.
Finally, I
was.
failed.
Alright, lose a fucking D6.
That's fair. Absolutely. If it was less than that, I'd be like,
We need to go buddy time.
Consequences.
Yeah.
That's what you
just
get for
lost
not
six.
listening
I
about
just
Don't Let Them Talk. Consequences.
Scaring.
We're gonna have scars in our brains and
I
cancer.
rolled a 6, so
You won't know
I'm
about
a little freaky.
You're gonna get 90s NFL player brain.
And cancer.
I'm supposed
and
to
cancer,
be the
yeah.
doctor. So how am I feeling with a 6 loss of sanity?
You're fucking panicking. You're like, you need a drink immediately. You like pull out a flask. And
I like,
literally like take your hood off and just start
Maybe
drinking.
Yeah.
One for you. One
and
for
I take a big
hers
gulp
and
down.
me.
And I just, I think
You okay?
I think I have to sit down. And I sit down and I pull out a little shooter because I finished my flask. And I just have a shooter also.
Uh-huh.
And I pull it out of like an inside coat pocket and I'm like, and I open it and I'm like, I swallow it down. So, Dr. Grace,
as you're looking around, you're starting to get kind of paranoid and freaking out about this, and you notice one of the grad students is kind of looking at you specifically, and seems kind of like he's just paying close attention to what you're doing over by the stew.
Hey, what are you looking at, huh?
What? I'm sorry.
Is a person not allowed to have a reaction to seeing dead children?
No, I didn't say anything.
Then why are you looking at me?
I was looking around because you're having
It looks like you're looking through
you're having
me.
a panic attack.
Yeah, and you're staring at someone having a panic attack.
The Harvard doctor, she talks to her grad student, and she said, "Owen, please give us some room." He's like, "Oh, okay." And
that guy, I don't know. I don't think he's a good one. That Owen, it's like he knows something, Dr. Monique.
okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, he's been good.
Says who? You?
Yeah.
What do you know, Dr. Gray?
So, in regards to the stew,
She just keeps going.
well, yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
she's not here for you. She wants to get this done.
Yeah.
It's honestly kind of disturbing because you're the one that's here to fix this.
Yeah.
You're like, oh God, no.
Yeah.
Maybe we could say the stew is not remains. We could say it's oil buried illegally, sewage from a septic system.
Biohazard that needs to be removed.
No.
Well, if it's like sewage,
Yeah.
Okay, then call it sewage. I'm not there.
does it burn?
Does it burn?
Like, can we try to burn it out of existence?
I don't know. I mean, I figured you would take it away and bury it somewhere else. Or
We'll take it away. I don't know if we should bury it, though. It seems to be drawn to...
I don't know if we should burn it.
That's fair.
Last time we tried to burn a black substance.
That's fair, but I am concerned about if it's attracted to biological beings, warm flesh. It might move if it's buried. It might be best in a container of some sort under Delta Green's a watchful eye, someone continuing to keep it safe.
Well, that's your business. Is Delta Green the name of your organization?
Oh, okay, I didn't say that. I'm sorry. Send it to proper people to just keep it out.
Getting rid of this as well.
Yes.
Okay. All right, we can do
I thought she was part of Delta Green.
No, she's a friendly.
Okay.
Yeah, back outside, the rest of you are waiting with Costa and Vasquez. Vasquez is pacing back and forth.
I'm staring at Costa.
Mm-hmm. Costa has another Fuddrucker sandwich she's chowing down on. He offers one to
You're not going to be the new snake charmer. Costa is not.
We all like Snake Charmer. Nobody likes Costa.
Fucking hate Costa.
Well,
Okay, so need to send it away.
he offers one to you, not Doctor. What's your name? Detective Thompson. Fuddrucker? You want another Fuddrucker?
Oh, his name is not Thompson. His name
At
is...
the moment.
I know
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not.
You want to
Jason Harris.
ruck these fuds?
I'm good for right now, thanks.
All right. Sounds good.
Costa, I mean, I heard Vasquez's point of view about the property here. What's the county got to say about it?
Oh, nothing. We only had it for like half a day back in 2001. I wasn't even there. And then we had it for like a day here.
Did they make reports back in 2001 for that half a day?
No. I mean, we weren't. It's part of the state report. What we found when we got there.
Oh, part of the state report. Okay, yeah. Vasquez has already promised to get us a copy of that. We're just trying to button up everything.
We'll get by the station. We'll get you a copy.
Yeah, and how about just a couple days ago? You said you had the scene for a day and a half.
Yeah, well, like a day.
Yeah, run me through it.
We got out here because they found the Stadies were out here first. The Stadies were out here. That Vivian Sawyer.
We need to follow up with Vivian Sawyer. Sorry, I'll stop.
Up to you. And Vivian Sawyer, she was out here for just a little bit. And then she found like the body, and then she found the like buried remains because that a dog, I think. And so we came out here, put up some tape and stuff, and started to excavate the bodies. And the Stadies got here literally less than a day later. So.
Oh, so it was the county that started digging up the bodies first?
Well, started to, yeah.
Yeah. And all of that was turned over to the state?
Oh, yeah, took the Stadies, and then the feds took it, and I guess the attorney, deputy U.S. attorney, the pizza guy did it.
Yeah, Pizzarelli, he's hired us just to help out with the feds.
Yeah, you're private investigators.
Yeah. So we help
for the
investigate the
attorney's
whole
office.
scenario.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What you come from being cops and stuff?
You know, so some of us could have been retired. Some of us just do this as a job now.
Mm-hmm. Vasquez says, after this, we could go to Carrie Houghton's apartment. There's a camera there that captures some things.
Yeah.
I saw footage of it, but I haven't gone in the apartment yet.
We'd like to follow up with Carrie's house, her place of work, and of course with the State Department on the kids, find out where they've gone.
Absolutely.
Costa, you've been wonderful so far, keeping the press away and everything. If you guys obviously can stay here and keep helping the Harvard students unbury more bodies.
Vasquez says, "No, I'll go with you."
Oh yeah, Vasquez, you can come with us.
And Costa says, "Yeah, I'll definitely come with you too." Right?
Yeah.
We were going to look at the State Department, right? You said that.
I think
You said that right, John? Yeah. That was your name, right?
Right, Costa. What I was saying was we were going to look into all avenues and make sure that whatever happened here, we figure out.
Absolutely.
Correct?
Absolutely.
So if we need to go look at this, you're fine with that?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, you keep an eye on the media.
I'm going with you.
I just look back and forth between both of them during this, and I'm like,
I'm going with you, right?
well, Costa, we need someone here to keep the press, you know.
But you think it's a good
stable.
idea, right? If I go with you? To have a county guy with you?
I think you make this choice. And whatever sounds...
Yeah, I'll go with you guys. Sounds good.
Well, Costa, I mean, this is a federal investigation now. I don't think we need county deputy.
You don't think you need me?
We need someone we can trust here to
Costa,
keep the press away.
can I talk to you?
Oh, here's fine.
No. Let me talk to you.
Here's fine.
Pizzarelli? Costa? Step aside. We are in charge here. Step aside
You're
with me.
private investigators hired by an attorney. You have no authority over me. At this point, Morgan comes back out.
Tell you what, Costa. I'm gonna go make a call.
You do that.
And I step away.
You sure you want to step away?
I'm walking away.
Okay, Costa says.
That was shit, dog.
He just wanted to make sure. If he,
You walk away, Adam. What do you do?
I just step around the corner.
fuck.
No, I'm like trying to like look really like collected when I come around the corner, because like I'm like he has to believe that like I
Come back like, yeah, I hate to do it. I had to do that. I'm sorry.
I come back.
Yeah.
Like maybe like 5-10 minutes later.
So
I don't say anything.
what happened? What
I
did
was
you
gonna
find,
try to-
Sophie?
I was gonna try to leave and go make a call so that while they were maybe arguing, I could step out and walk
Uh-huh.
further away and make a call so I can get in touch with Pizzarelli.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you walk away.
Yeah. Ring ring.
You walk away, you try to find a more secluded area.
Yeah.
Make an awareness roll.
We didn't make John Kerry make an awareness roll.
He's just going around the side.
Well, he called Pizzarelli earlier. I rolled a 6.
Okay. You go and you go make a call. You're about to make a call, and you notice that there's someone kind of behind a tree.
I look at them.
They aren't like you can't see you.
They can't see me.
Well, you can't see their face. Basically, they're kind of like crouched. You see there's someone crouched behind a tree.
I walk towards them.
Yeah, you walk towards them. Standing up is a woman wearing a cop's uniform and stuff.
Can I help you?
Oh, no, I was just
What's your name?
taking a break.
I need your identification.
I'm sorry?
I need your identification right now.
Who are you?
I am with Attorney Pizzarelli. I've been hired to assist on investigating this case.
Okay. I
I am in control here. Who are you?
am one of the people.
Show me your identification right now.
I don't even know
Are
who
you
you
in-
are.
are
Can
you
I see
in-
your identification? What's your
Are
badge
you
number?
are you encroaching on a crime scene?
Are you?
If you're not giving me your badge number, then clearly you are, and I'm going to have you removed.
Who even are you to make demands of me?
Don't
Like-
say.
That's such a funny like way to respond after like being hiding behind a tree.
Like
You're
I-
hold
Like I
on.
said, I've been
Hey!
hired by Attorney Pizzarelli to assist in this.
And what's your name?
I found you hiding behind a tree.
Morgan,
Can I not take a break?
Come with me right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
No.
She comes with you.
Arrest her.
She comes. She's like in her 30s. She has really curly red hair.
I'm going to walk her towards the media, not through the investigation. I'm gonna walk her kind of further away.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, lift up your arms.
No. I don't have to do anything. You're not a cop, right?
I'm gonna call Vasquez.
She's very far away from you because you went off to go do this.
Does this look like a statey? Does this look like a...
Make a human roll.
I rolled a 5.
It looks like it's an attempt to be a to be a deputy, but not a good one.
And I'm supposed to believe you're a deputy in this outfit?
Oh, no, I never identified myself as such.
Then why are you wearing this outfit?
People can wear whatever they want. It's a free country.
Alright, I'm calling the police on you right now.
Oh, that's fine. And who are you?
I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you anything. You're coming onto this crime scene
Okay,
and
go ahead
you're
and call
trying to
the
get
police. That's
information
fine.
illegally.
Go ahead and call the police. That's fine.
I'd assume I'd have Vasquez's...
You don't have her number.
Are there any investigators
You have
close by
one-
that I
you have
can
one of
send
our
to go
numbers.
get Vasquez?
No, you walked off alone.
Then I
Call one of us.
call one of them. Yeah, I call him.
Okay, you call him. What do you say?
Hello, could you send Vasquez over to this location and a couple officers?
It's just in the woods.
I need a Chicago cop to come act like a
Well,
Chicago
then-
I
cop.
don't have a way to describe where you are.
Then I go to a place where I can describe
You're going
where.
to have to either take her somewhere. You're going to have to, like, you take her to the press, you can take her back to where everyone else is.
I take her up to closer to the press.
Or you could leave on your own. It's up to you.
I don't want to leave her alone.
That's up to you. Yeah, but there's no real way for you to call someone to come out here. Jeez.
Well, I
say what
moved to
direction
a
she went in.
location where I could tell them where to go to.
Okay, so are you actually grabbing her?
Yes.
Okay, so you grab her arms. She's like, hey, you cannot touch me.
If you're impeding on an investigation and coming into...
I have done no such thing. In fact, you're the
I
one
put it on
actually impeding.
speakerphone.
You're the one actually impeding. And
How's that?
She takes out her phone. Hello, 911. Yes,
Vasquez,
there is a disturbing individual by the crime scene of that Cornucopia House, and she describes you fully in the 911 call. Yes, I don't know what she's doing here. She's claiming to be police, but I don't know. She won't give me her name.
Vasquez, do you
I
mind
think she may
jumping
be-
in?
This
here for
woman
a
is
second?
wearing a police officer's outfit. She is pretending to be a deputy's officer on a crime scene.
What?
She's trespassed onto a crime scene. Please send someone out here to get... And I describe her in full detail.
Mm-hmm.
Please come out here as soon as possible and ask for Detective Vasquez when you get here.
Okay. So that's the counter.
She'll be in handcuffs.
Costa, I think this
What
is
am I
a job
supposed to
for
do?
you. Sounds like one of the. Someone will be over in just a second. I just mute the phone. Costa, could you send some guys over? It sounds like we found some media trying to encroach in.
I'll head over. I think I know where she's at.
Yeah, so probably down the road, closer to the media. It sounds
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, you coming with me?
I go on mute. Off mute. It's like, hey, just walk towards the road and yell and wave. We're coming down
Got
with
it.
the county. And I put it back on mute.
Ma'am, you'll...
Sure. Yeah, I'll come with you.
All right.
I start bringing her with me. I grab her
You grab
phone,
her by her arm.
Mhm. and I'm moving her over with
This
me.
is brutality. What?
This is not brutality. You're encroaching on a
Ma'am.
crime scene.
Ma'am, I don't know who you are. You have not identified
You've not
yourself.
identified yourself. You're on a
I don't
crime
need to
scene.
identify myself. You're the one attacking me and claiming to be police.
You're wearing a deputy's outfit and you are not giving me your...
This is just a tan shirt.
There's
No.
like a star.
With the badge.
You don't...
Ma'am, I will be forced to pepper spray you if you don't let me go.
So
I'm
you're going
fearful
to...
for my life.
So you're going to assault an investigator at a crime
You have
scene?
not identified yourself as anything.
Vasquez, over here! Costa, over here!
She like tries to wrestle
Ma'am, you're
her
going to be
arm
under
out.
arrest. You're under arrest
For what?
for encroaching on a crime scene. I don't know how
Is
many
that a
times I have
crime
to
to
tell
go
you.
through a walk?
It absolutely is
through the
a
woods?
crime to go on a walk through a crime scene.
I wasn't
You
at
were
a crime
hiding
scene.
behind a tree. You were watching.
Can I not be behind a tree?
Not on
Isn't a crime.
Not in a crime scene. You knew exactly what you were doing.
Let me go.
No. You're not going to get let go. You are going to get arrested, and you're going to be removed from the premises.
Morgan.
21. That is a hard.
Yeah, it's a hard. You keep a hold of her. Eventually you see Costa and Detective T come out over Crest. And they come down. And what was your fake name?
My fake name is
Sophie Smith.
Sophie Smith.
Sophie Smith. Okay. And Costa sells out to you. Sophie! Nice to see you, Olivia. He says to the woman there.
Olivia?
This is Olivia Toomey of the Baltimore Sun.
Great. Well,
No problems, right? Everything's okay?
What do you mean everything's okay? She was at the crime scene hiding.
And Olivia says, I was not at the crime scene. I was at a very respectable distance.
She was in the crime scene
and there's something
hiding.
called a freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom
Not
of movement,
on an active crime
freedom
scene.
to go to crime
What was
scenes.
her name again?
I believe that's in the Constitution.
What's
ma'am.
her name again? Brenda?
Olivia Toomey.
Olivia Toomey.
Such a fucking reporter name. Toomey.
I'm with the Baltimore Sun. I have a small column, but hopefully if I make a big story, I'll have a bigger column.
Olivia Toomey, you are... So you lied to me about being a deputy. You tried to get
I never said I was a deputy.
You tried to get information from me
Sophie,
about the case.
Sophie, I never said I was a deputy.
Costa, you know this gal?
Oh yeah, she's a pretty well-known reporter.
Well, she is past the media line. I think that's grounds enough to get her arrested for at least 24 hours.
Olivia says, wonderful. Please arrest me. Please identify yourself, too.
Costa, we got other things to deal with. This is your neck of the woods.
And what was your fake name again?
It's Jason Harris.
All right, Jason. All right. Costa says, look, Olivia, and he looks back at both of you. Are you sure this is the route you want to go with her?
Are you saying if she's arrested, she'll use that saying we're silencing the media? This is an active...
Yeah.
This is an active crime scene. We can't let media know that they can come up here and investigate. That is illegal. At least have her removed, visibly removed. You don't have to arrest her, but they have to see that they're not allowed to come up onto an active crime scene. There are horrible things that happened up here.
There are things ongoing being investigated.
What kind of things, Olivia says?
Just make sure you take pictures of her being removed in uniform.
Yeah. Don't worry, Olivia. You'll
Like
get
in
the same
handcuffs,
report.
in the uniform, like
Yeah. She has like a little patch
Yeah.
sewn onto her thing, a like deputy thing, and she grabs her hand and takes it and like eats it real quick. What patch? There's like another thing that has her name, and she takes it and eats that too.
fucking just slap it.
It like looks like a child.
She
with it.
chokes on it.
Costa, make sure this is in the official report.
This isn't edible stuff. This is family.
I'm gonna have to pass this. You ever pass Velcro?
I can reuse it.
It's not the first time I've eaten this.
We'll be sure to put your name directly into the report that you've been...
Wonderful. I'd love to be involved.
I'm sure you would. Costa, get out of here.
She's a girl boss.
Alright, Costa like grabs her arms and like says, I'm fine, I'm going. And like Costa leads her back to the press.
And just to remind you, if we find you past the press line again, you'll be considered obstructing justice and you will be arrested.
Sure thing, Jason.
And we just turn around.
Yeah.
Walk back.
I still need to call Pizzarelli.
Yeah, you're by him now. Just him.
God, freaking media. First the drone, now
Do I
this
need to
chick.
roll an alertness roll?
No.
Okay.
The alertness was for her.
Okay.
And you succeeded, so you saw her.
Then I call Pizzarelli.
Ring. Pizzarelli.
Hi, this is Sophie.
Yes.
Yes. I just helped perform the autopsies on the
It
children.
would be funny if he was like, who? Oh, right, yeah. Just on every single time you guys call him.
Oh, right, yeah.
Names.
I just assisted with the autopsies for the children, and there are some bodies that we need to remove to have a specialist look at, and a substance that needs to be removed as well.
Got it. Okay, have Monique keep the other things separate. Don't let anyone near them, even the grad students or anything like that. Definitely no cops. Keep them separate. We'll send a car in and we'll retrieve them. What kind of stuff were we talking about here?
There are some bodies that are unnaturally preserved.
Mm-hmm.
Bacteria doesn't affect them. Their skin seems to be sterile.
Uh-huh.
And there's a substance, kind of a black goo, that they're calling a stew.
Mm-hmm.
It seems attracted to warm bodies. It once, when you get close to it, it ripples, and it there's something different about it, if you catch my drift.
Uh-huh.
And I believe it should be in your hands.
Right. Okay. I'm not here, but we can definitely get that. I can rent a couple trucks for you if you want to pick them up, drive them, pick up the bodies.
Okay.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. How's everything else going?
You know, there was just a reporter that was snuck onto the crime scene pretending to be a deputy. She was asking my name. I didn't give it. She did end up getting my fake first name. I don't think that's a huge deal, but she seemed incredibly interested in who we are and what we're doing. Her name was Olivia Toomey.
Okay.
And Costa has taken her out now.
Costa. Okay.
Otherwise,
He's taken her out?
he's taken her out.
He's killed her?
Taken her out of the crime scene.
Oh, okay. That's fine, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We don't need to disappear any media people yet.
Right. Well,
Get that across, too.
media can be used to leak stuff we want leaked, too. Keep that in mind.
I think that's fair, and I think she would be happy to leak anything we gave to her.
You guys got along?
Not at all. No.
Okay.
But she seemed ravenous for information.
Uh-huh.
And by ravenous, I think she'd publish literally anything we gave her. So it could be a useful tool. Potentially. Especially if she thought I didn't mean to give her the information.
Good to know.
And that's
it?
that's all I have right now. Yes.
Okay. Hands up.
Goodbye, Pizzarelli. And I hang up.
Pizza boy.
Pizza.
Pizzarelli.
Yep, you're with him.
So what's this about black goo and bodies?
It smelled like her.
Milky.
And they fed it to some rats.
Oh, that's not good.
They died within days. They had, what was it that they...
Like one of the rat was missing like its eye and it grew back.
One rat was missing...
It healed from severe damages that were done to it.
Yeah. No, whenever you were describing that, me and Adam were like, oh no. No, we were looking at it, you're like, oh.
So I tell him that, and then when they died, it was just like major brain trauma, essentially.
And tumors and stuff.
So, and then they died from tumors, brain trauma, quite quickly.
Oh, God.
We've had, 15 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably different on smaller rodents.
How do you feel?
I feel great.
Has anything happened to you?
Never better.
Lost a finger?
I told you guys in the debrief I was shot 12 times.
And you healed from that?
Yeah, I feel fine. There's only little scars now.
Did you go to the hospital or did you
Nope.
need to?
Nope, I just walked away from it.
Totally fine.
Totally fine.
Got back on the plane.
Seems like a rat thing, you know?
I had to buy a new shirt, that was about it.
Shirt didn't heal.
Shirt didn't heal.
I'll be honest, I had a little bit of an episode in there
Yeah.
when I heard
Yeah,
that.
we all heard.
But just so you're aware, because it was
Yeah.
it was you and me.
Yeah, it's a good thing I tried to stop smoking. I probably shouldn't have. Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably pick it up again.
It's not gonna hurt now.
Smoking accelerates it.
Truman.
I'm back with Adam and Toby. You're left with Vasquez. She says, looks over at you. I want to say I'm sorry. for the blow up earlier. It's not your fault, and it's not my fault, and it's stressful situation.
Listen, I've seen a lot of people hurt, and most of what I see here is people trying to avoid blame.
I'm not trying to.
I understand that.
The blame is secondary to what is going on.
I understand. I shouldn't have pointed. I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. And I just kind of looked down. Is Costa back?
No.
Leave.
What do you know about Costa?
I don't know him at all. I mean,
Have you heard anything about him?
no. I'm like, from what I've seen so far, he seems fine.
What would your opinion of the culpability of his department and all
Of
this?
the county sheriff's office, very little. I don't think they've done anything wrong.
You would agree with that?
Yeah, I definitely stand by that.
Okay. Understood. Thank you.
Vasquez, why are you doing this?
Sorry, Vasquez. You're kind of
Moral decision.
really making this really easy for me. Like, I hate Costa, but honestly, I might just take care of Costa personally.
Yeah, it wasn't the county's fault at all, but we did find 12 kilos of cocaine in one of their
Costa
houses.
specifically was involved.
Costa, for your information, is like mid-20s.
Yeah.
So there's no way
No, he wasn't.
could have been involved.
No.
It's like the first.
No. I wasn't saying that. I was saying like.
I know, I'm just saying that. So
Yeah.
there's
We couldn't.
literally no way you could pin 2001 on it.
No. How old would he have been?
Like 7.
He could. Hey.
He was
He could have
part
been
of
one of the kids.
What if he? Yeah, that'd be a crazy twist.
Yeah, it would.
Make an addition to all the records we find. Turns out you weren't born in that hospital. You were
Just
actually here.
Make like the shittiest conspiracy just to protect Vasquez. Personally. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It's gonna fall
No.
apart easily.
It's so flimsy, but we
But
all
by that
the
time-
county.
She's nice.
Come on.
But by that time, we'll be in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
That's where we go after every Delta Green mission. Vacation.
Okay. At this point, Morgan and Tim return without Costa.
Okay.
I tell them what happened. Keep an eye out. And then I tell them, is it just us right now?
And Vasquez.
Yeah, so just so you're aware, Vasquez, there's media just kind of looming around.
Yeah.
You
You think she was responsible for the drone?
Possibly.
Maybe, but who knows? I think this is a hot story. This seems to be a kind of a small... My back is so sweaty because you just like... breathe.
Let's keep Morgan warm.
I just heard her be like,
I've been like leaning just forward because when I leaned back, I heard her be like, "Mrr."
Starts choking and dying. She's on her death animation. It starts going red for her. She's like,
But won't get up.
I feel like for my listeners, my dog is sleeping behind my back and she's killing herself slowly.
she already doesn't breathe good.
Yeah.
She's,
oh, God, do it.
Oh, no.
she does. I think it's because her nose is the coldest part of her. It gets very cold, especially because we keep our thermostat at like 65. But she will just like bury her face in blankets and legs and shit like that.
It's really like disheartening. Not disconcerting is the right word. At like 2 a.m. when she hops in bed with you and you just feel a cold nose like burrow itself in your neck and you're like, ah, ah, and then she's like, just like doing it. So funny. Okay. Anyways, so I tell her, I was like, who knows? This seems to be a really hot story. She was wearing a shoddy fake deputy's outfit. Unfortunately, she ate her fake deputy star and the nameplate she made for herself. I thought that might have been plastic, so I don't know how she got it down, but she did. Said something about...
Yeah, she swallowed.
Yep. Yeah, she swallowed it. Yeah. Said something about reusing it, so... Oof. But Her name was Olivia Toomey.
Toomey.
So we'll keep an eye out, but I think
she looks exactly like the reporter from Hannibal, the TV show.
And that's how I was imagining.
There you go.
Have you seen that, Morgan?
I think I've seen part of it.
It's a good.
Lie.
No, I've seen.
Just a lie.
No, it's not. Isn't that the one with the cutie Mads Mikkelsen?
It is.
Oh yeah. But he's like eats people.
No.
What?
He wouldn't do that.
Okay. So Vasquez says, okay, did you want to go to the police station, get the report? Did you want to go to Houghton's apartment?
Yeah, Vasquez, I was going to ask if you think there's anything here on the crime scene we should look at first, but yeah, I think that's our next steps.
I think that's, yeah.
We drove separate, so if we want to split off, one of us can go to the Karina's house, or Carrie's house, and one of us can go down to the station, get those reports.
Well, we can go by the station real quick, and then I can show you her apartments.
Have you been to her apartment?
Yes, I have. But I haven't been inside yet. I haven't got the key, but the manager showed me some footage of the time. And it's pretty disturbing.
We're gonna make Vasquez a Delta Green agent.
And then throw her under the bus.
Yep. Just kidding. She's not Delta Green at all.
Look, we're part of a secret organization that we're going to stop evil, bad things, but also you have
That'd
to
be
take
so
the fall.
funny.
Also,
Hold
dig
on.
your own grave.
That'd be so funny because Adam hasn't told others what happened yet.
Uh-huh.
And it would be funny if Morgan, you were like, I'm going to tell you everything about Delta Green. Don't worry. I'm going to get you deeply involved in this. That way she can burn you if something happens to her.
Oh, at that point, we just disappear her.
Yeah.
She would be like out in the middle of the desert, just digging a hole.
I mean, I already...
You have to go to a desert to do it, so you drive from Baltimore
Yeah.
to Phoenix,
It
Arizona.
doesn't look right if we don't do it in the desert.
We can't do it in a forest.
Do you think a lot of bodies have been like dumped in a desert?
Probably not a desert.
Yeah, desert seems like actually a really bad place to bury a
Really?
body. Because the sand gets moved so
Compose
much.
as either.
I mean,
Not as many large
You want
predators.
to, if you're gonna bury something, you want to do it in a place without a whole lot of like natural erosion. Because
Or
You want to throw it in
Or
Lake
foot trap.
Mead.
It's like
That will
with
never
the
be
mafia, they
uncovered.
like throw them in like, with like a building being built or something.
yeah, or in the foundation of a building,
Yeah,
they
that's
throw
what
it in
I
the
meant.
concrete. Yeah. There's a lot of bodies in the Missouri River.
Yeah.
Still.
Okay, so are you going to, you're going by the police station to get the report and then go to the apartment?
Yeah, Vasquez, we'll meet you at the station. We'll drive separate.
Okay. Alright, yeah. And she goes, Costa's not back yet, so you
Good.
guys are...
No,
Yeah.
we're leaving Costa.
Yeah. Why?
So you're like, I want to be a bad guy.
He's not a bad cop.
I like being a bad guy.
He's a bad cop, but he's not a bad cop.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's bad at his job, but he's not, like, evil.
I mean, he's blackmailing.
Yeah, but...
Meh.
What are you gonna do?
I don't want to get into it.
What are you gonna do?
But whenever
What
Vasquez
is an evil
leaves
cop?
and it's just us, I wanted to say something.
Yeah, Vasquez
About
goes to her thing, and you guys are walking to your cars.
Are you gonna
So, yeah,
suggest we
you're
go to
alone.
the apartment?
So, yeah, I was gonna ask, do we want to stonewall Vasquez about the apartment? Two of us could just go there now, say we're part of the investigation, flash some badges.
You don't
I'm
have
sure.
the apartment address.
Right. Damn.
She wouldn't have given it to us before we started driving?
No.
I thought she said...
Because they're going to follow you to the police station.
Yeah.
Also, we don't necessarily have to specifically burn Vasquez.
Does Pizza
We
really
can burn
have the address?
Vasquez's department, but
Well,
we
probably not.
we do have to explain that to her. If
He wouldn't
we want
have the
to.
resources to pull that real quick?
What?
I was like, does Pizzarelli have the address?
Well, that's part of your job.
Yeah, no, he doesn't know shit. Well, we can...
So are you saying that in character about burning her?
Or we're away from her.
Yeah, you're away from her.
Listen, somebody's gonna have to take the blame for this, and I
Well, it has to be Costa, obviously.
It
I
actually,
think it'd be the State Department.
What?
Listen. Also, I didn't tell you guys this yet, but Costa knows about those kids I saved in that cave a couple years ago. He found an article clipping. Somebody from Florida called.
Why didn't you say it wasn't you?
Because there's a picture of me, and it's my name, and it's a man with a burned face.
Oh,
knows about
fuck,
you.
You can't hide
What's-
your face.
It's possible he knows about all of us if he knows about you.
It's possible, but also
And he didn't tell us.
That was 10 minutes ago, and there's been people around, Toby. What the fuck?
Not the whole
Shut
time.
up! Stop trying to pretend I'm betraying
You
you.
better call your wife.
I'm gonna be so mean to you now. She's gonna have a whole episode. I hope you're ready. She's off her meds.
She doesn't need him anymore.
They worked. Now I'm done.
I'll go back to not talking. My apologies.
You immediately tried to be like you betrayed us.
You did.
I didn't.
It's called role play.
I was away from the party, and now I'm telling you about it.
You walked away from us. And didn't
Is
tell us.
this what Frank Campbell, the FBI agent,
Like
would
a
say?
jealous girlfriend. Like, are you?
No,
where
this is a
were
much more
you?
serious thing. What are you talking about?
I'm telling you now because this is my first opportunity to tell you.
Your character would understand that.
I don't see it that way.
Alright, fuck it, I don't care. Yeah, so he is trying to blackmail me to avoid being held culpable in his apartment. The issue is, I don't think his department's culpable in the first place. I don't think he had to blackmail me to do that. It's actually pretty clearly the Stady's fault.
How do you get your name?
In the news.
No, like, who gave him the list?
It was an officer from Florida, somebody that was looking into it.
You knew about this before.
Yeah.
Vivian Sawyer, the woman that found the body out here and came out here in the first place, she had been called by a deputy in Florida asking about this address, the Cornucopia House address, and also this list of names.
Mm-hmm.
That was what she had been told.
Yeah. And I believe this woman called him, or someone that she talked to called him.
He called her.
He called her?
Yes, Costa
Okay.
did. Costa did.
So, the good news is, about that, is that Costa is the loose end. I think this can be solved by pinning this on a department that's not him. But, to be fair, I believed that when Costa wasn't being such a huge cock. And I'm going to have to threaten him in some way, I think.
What did you tell him about using a different name?
I told him pretty much nothing. I told him that it was a very bad idea to continue what he was doing, and that
I'm assuming you said you were here for a reason.
my name is John Kerry, and the people that sent me here know what they're doing, and there's a very good reason for John Kerry to be here. That's essentially what I said. I thought he understood that, and then he kept fucking pushing buttons.
Yeah. He seems kind of like a dipshit to me.
Yeah.
A little bit younger, but...
I think scaring him enough might fix it, but honestly, I don't know.
Honestly, I agree the State Department is kind of easier to pin this on. After talking to Vasquez about the original investigation, some of her old partners that are now deceased wanted to look into it further, but someone in further up the chain, I assume, said not to. An easier story without. So if we can get that on paper, push that out to the media that the State Department covered up, or didn't follow up in an investigation back in 2001 led to this, I think it'd be easy to wrap that.
Okay, I
Yeah.
could see that. It's just disappointing because Vasquez seems like she's actually trying. But maybe I'm reading into this too much. Also, I just think Koss is a prick. But
Koss is a prick.
just because he's a prick doesn't mean he's the right one to pin this on right now.
Also, we're not specifically pinning it on them. It's just their departments.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, she would be implicated.
She would be implicated.
Because she was there.
Because she was there.
It's unfortunate.
But also,
bad things happen to
she
good
kind
people.
of did sweep it under the rug.
She was young in the department.
Yeah.
She was a rookie.
Yes, 100%.
And a woman at the time.
Yeah.
Probably
In
didn't have much
2001.
say. Yeah. It's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate.
She was probably a woman in 2000.
She was... Probably. Who knows nowadays?
It's hard to really say.
The skeletons died.
The skeletons died.
But in any case,
She was a woman in 2001.
I guess since we don't know the apartment, we can't go separate, so we'll just have to take her with.
Yeah, that's fine.
Try to.
She already knows most of the information. And if we were to keep her out of it, she might suspect something.
Yeah, we'll just have to step ahead of her, make sure anything supernatural doesn't show up in front.
Yeah, and you guys, she pulls up. How are you guys feeling? I think we could do the apartment and the police that report and be done by 10, unless you want to stop now.
I might call it.
I might call it just because I have to be
Okay.
at work tomorrow at 8, and I need to shower and stuff tonight still.
Okay.
My hair is gross.
And we'll stop it there. With you guys planning on following Vasquez to the police station and then to Carrie Hatton's apartment.
Camel was very quiet the whole time as long as I let her breathe down my back.
I think just keeping her up on the couch is the best way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to constantly snugs. Look at my pants.
Big ol' snugs. Snugs are for thugs.
Dude, you know it sounds good right now?
What
A
drugs?
Coca-Cola.
Oh.
Nice cold Coca-Cola.
We were on different wavelengths. I was like a fucking Big Mac. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of similar. Similar, right?
You can get it from McDonald's.
And that's Coke.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking
Not
Burger
really.
King for some reason.
Big Mac?
Yeah.
Honey, would you actually grab me a what there?
A Whopper?
A what?
Whopper.
A water bottle.
A what?
Alright, that's probably enough for that.
That's